Welcome to MMD, Michelle Memos and Documentary. Today we have a very special person in our midst, the person of let me say the best graduating. I want her to introduce herself actually. She's the best graduating student from UNIBEN Pharmacy School this year. I'm going to give the floor to her to introduce herself. So,
thank you very much for having me here.
Right,
my name is Alakija Timitope. I'm the best graduating student from University of Benin Faculty of Pharmacy 2023-2024 session. To just say a little bit about myself, well, I don't really think I'm much different from anybody else. People usually see me and like, oh, best graduating student, oh, what's your secret? Share with us. And
this is all your secrets.
it's a lot. It's a lot. I have to admit, it's a lot. But
Right.
truthfully, I'm not much different from everybody else. I I know I heard the skepticism and all that, but I'm really not much different. I have likes, dislikes, passions, fears, emotions. I feel similar things to everybody else. So in that regard, you can just think of me like another version of yourself.
Oh my, another version of myself. Right. Thank you so much. So we're going to be starting with this very interesting question. How was your childhood? Because I know that some of the things we experience as children can actually shape the way we behave even as adults. So how was your childhood? How was it like growing up? Is there anything in particular that kind of happened in your childhood that still shaped the way you think even now?
I would say yes, a couple of things. My childhood was I actually say it a lot that I had a very good childhood. I'm very grateful to God for that. My parents were always very supportive of me. They always created this peaceful environment for me to express myself. They always told me I can be whatever I want to be and I should always aspire to reach higher. I should always go to the next level. I should never settle for less. So they always put that into my mind. And
never settle for less.
Yes, and I think I always really appreciated that and it became a part of me over the years. So another thing I do think was the major thing that influenced my lifestyle growing up was how my father was always he had so much emphasis in put on God as a major aspect. From as far back as I can remember, my earliest memories, there was always the God factor. God first in everything.
In the beginning, God.
In the beginning, God. In the end, God. In the middle, God.
Wow.
Everywhere. Wow. So he always made sure we put God first. We have daily devotion. We never miss it, by the way, for anything in the world. Right. And he always made sure that we kept emphasis on that. And I think that really helped me over the years because I was able to see how God changed my life growing up. From when I was younger to when I was older, I saw and experienced all those changes. So yes, those really influenced my lifestyle.
Two major things. Never settle for less. And then secondly, God. And that God factor was like the most important one.
Definitely.
All right. Going on to the second question. How are you able to skate through every level? I know experientially, 500 level now, and experientially I know that passing each level is a different challenge. In 100 level, I was sleeping anyhow. In 200 level, I will wake up as early as 7 o'clock, come back 7 o'clock. It's like 7 to 7 job. And then I will say I will read at night. I will see find it difficult to read and all that.
Definitely.
So how are you able to skate through the hurdles in each of the levels? What are your secrets through the way?
Okay, so like you said, 100 level, 100 level days were not something I will look back on with pride. Then again, it's part of who I was, so it's not something I would just throw away. 100 level, I didn't really know what university was about. I just kind of carried my secondary school mentality into it, just do it one kind, and leave and all that. But after I saw my results for the first 2 semesters, I was like, this doesn't look very good.
How was it, please?
It was not the best. That's what I would say. It was not the best. But I just had to figure out a way around it because I didn't want to consistently keep seeing those results. I wanted to see better. Although my parents, being supportive as they were always like, look, it doesn't matter. It wasn't terrible enough,
Okay.
yeah, for me to say, okay, I had carryovers or anything, but it wasn't what they were used to.
Oh,
From secondary school, I've had a good,
results.
yes, good results. The story has always been pretty good. So I wanted to do better naturally. So by 200 level, I tried to put in more effort, read during the semester, and again, I would always emphasize prayer goes a long way.
Mm.
So I did all that, and shockingly, 200 level, my results improved drastically, actually. I think first semester I had a 5.0.
5.7.
Yeah, second semester too was okay. There were a few challenges, but nothing that
That
major.
much.
So I had to put a little bit of effort, take school a little more serious in 200 level. I think 200 level was when I started really feeling just a little bit the pressure of pharmacy. By 300 level, wow, goodness, I think that was when I had my first mental breakdown.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was pharmacognosy actually. It was
Pharmacognosy.
humbling.
300 level.
300 level, I think the second semester shortly after. We did internship then shortly after that. So I don't know. I just feel like it was a lot during that period of time. I can't really say because I've experienced worse things since then, but
Okay.
it was the first thing that really humbled me. Like, wow, this is a whole lot. So I think after 300, 400 level came the semester with the most amount of courses, and
Exactly. And the
wow,
section was short.
wow. Do you ever get that feeling where you are reading and it's like your brain is about to just explode? That happened to me so much during 400 level. Goodness, I was overwhelmed.
Hmm.
Pharmacology, all the courses, 400 level, and especially during school period, the practicals we do. You have
Yes,
to do
yes.
practicals, go home and read. I know what
Exactly.
it's like. You're tired, you're fagged out, you want to read, and then you just
Especially second semester.
and you
5
just
practicals.
slip off. So then at the next morning, you wake up and you're feeling guilty, like, why didn't I read? I was
I've
supposed
not
to read.
read today.
I've not read. All my classmates are reading. I need to put in more effort and all that. Yeah, I definitely experienced each and every one of those things, and it's nothing I want to go back to, but it's something I appreciate that I was able to go through. I feel like it will shape me in the future in regards of how I deal with things, how I deal with pressure and difficult
Especially
situations.
pressure.
Definitely.
Smart.
And I would say 500 level was my worst actually.
Was like,
Yes, yes, actually the
what
worst.
happened, ba?
I was going through a lot in regards to I had a little bit of family issues in the
Okay.
background. My dad wasn't of the best health during that period. So most of the times it was hospital to school
Oh
and
my
all that.
God.
Yeah, the struggle was a lot during that period. And 600 wasn't even the best. I think I wrote my first semester exam from the hospital. My dad had a surgery. So I'm not even, it was,
You're
yes.
like coming from the hospital to write
Yes,
exam,
I
then going
think
back.
one of the PCN courses, he had a surgery that the day before. So while he was in theater, I was outside reading.
Reading.
Yes, I think I slept over at.
How you able to read and be thinking about your dad?
Look, it was. Look, I'm trying to give a rundown of everything I experienced.
Yeah.
But trust me, when I'm done, I have how I got through all those. So I think I read outside the theater that day, and I had to read into. I think I read into the morning because me and my brother he came home to help support. So we stayed at his friend's place that night, and I think I slept like sitting down. My head was on his friend's because I was trying to read, cover up everything before the exam. I slept like with my head down on his friend's desk and woke up the next morning still trying to read and all that before the exam. I was very ill prepared for that exam. I won't even lie. I was scared because I've been used to reading a lot
Before the exam.
before the exam. Do you understand? Up to 400 level, I will tell you the truth. I go over my materials like 2, 3, 4 times before the exam to make sure that yes, I've covered everything, all the
Every
bases,
angle.
crossed my T's, dotted my
Dot your
I's,
eyes.
I'm ready. But this one, I barely even had time to go over things once. Talk less of twice. I was not used to it. I was panicking. And I entered that hall and I just did not know what I was going to do. I think out of about 7 courses, I think I wrote like 5 with that kind of, from the hospital and all that. It was a lot. Imagine having a paper the following day and 4 p.m. the previous day, you have not started reading for it.
You're just running up and down.
And yeah, just running up and down. But to sum it up, what I would say is, through all that, my rock was always God.
God factor.
I could not have done anything without God. No, up until about 300, 400 level, I won't even lie, I used a lot of self-energy. Like, I always try to, yes, I factored in God, definitely. Always did, but never as much as I did in my last 2 levels. So during those periods, my dad being sick and all, me not being able to cover as much, I didn't have the backing, the confidence from all that reading. I wasn't there anymore, and I just found myself feeling so lost some days. But knowing what I know about God, all the years of studying His Word and all that, I just felt energized. I can't explain to you where it came from. I was supposed to have broken down, collapsed, and just given up. But through all that, there was just this force, like propelling me through everything. Like,
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Most of the times, I didn't even feel so much tired, or I didn't feel much. I just felt this keep going, keep going, keep going. That was all that pushed me through. And I was surprised by the time 600 level first semester results came. I was like, wow.
Did I?
I was like, where did this come from?
Oh my.
This doesn't look like my result. And I
True.
had so many friends supporting me during that period. I had a friend of mine, you should know her, Emanuela Benson.
We are coming to that.
Amazing friend of mine. I had so many of them support me during that period. So friends and God majorly helped me through all my weak places through pharmacy school.
Thank you so much. You have actually started answering the next question.
I'm so sorry.
I wanted to ask, did family and friends play significant role in your success?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Next, I want you to tell our listeners now, apart from pharmacy school, what other thing or things do you engage yourself in school, and how did you balance those things with pharmacy school?
I like this question. It's a very, very nice question.
All right,
so apart from pharmacy school, I actually do art.
Wow.
Yes, I'm an artist.
Which type of art?
Digital art. Well, I did start from physical pen and paper, but over time I migrated to digital art. I think during 300 level, I got a job as an illustrator.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was doing like illustrations for a company, just little things, drawings you see on applications, websites, stuff like that. But even at that, I did engage in some freelance, arts and all that. I still paint till now. I think I just finished the work a little
So
while
like
back.
when you want to relax your brain, you just paint. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just discovering this for the first time.
Not many people know that
All right.
actually.
So BGS is also an artist. Wow. 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 So how did you balance it? Like, was the work not choking at times?
It was. As a matter of fact, I remember this one time. I think it was during 300 level. It was like my interview for the job. I was supposed to replicate some works, and I was having a class that morning by 8 a.m. The period of time they gave me for an interview was not very long, and I had other things dealing with. So early that morning, I was rushing to school. I had to wake up extra early to finish the works I was doing, and I will never forget that day. I didn't even sleep well. I just woke up early. I drew a little bit. I tried to complete the work, and then I ran out of the house. Literally, this is not figuratively speaking. I ran out of the house that day because I was late for classes, just to meet up for classes. But I've always been very passionate about arts. Always, always very passionate. So even with all the stress of everything, like, I just found myself enjoying it.
It's enjoyable actually.
I found myself enjoying, oh, like this is a very stressful. I've even had to submit work sick sometimes
Hmm.
because your deadline is your deadline. There's no
Actually,
compromises. So, but even through all that sickness and school, I always found myself enjoying that, because when I put pen to pad and I create something, it's
at
always
the
such a
end,
beautiful
it's
experience.
therapeutic.
Yes,
Endorphin is released.
yes, exactly. Really
Oh my,
therapeutic.
wow, I like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes when I'm writing, after writing and reading through my piece, I'll be like, I did not plan to write like this. I just started with a sentence and
Mm-hmm.
then it keeps flowing. I get that feeling actually. All right. There's one more question here that we want to learn from you now.
Okay.
Okay. I've met a lot of students who actually ask, they want to really know these
Mm,
best graduating students, how did she do it? So
mm,
please advise us, myself inclusive, because I'm still in school.
mm.
Advise us on how to achieve such great vision. And for those of us that are already approaching finish line, please, is there still hope for us? Can we can we
There's,
still raise our GP?
there's always hope. There's something I've learned from my time in school that no matter how you feel like it's over, this is something I'm saying from experience. It happened severally. No matter how you feel like it's over, I don't have a chance anymore. Let me just, lay down and forget about everything. It's never too late. It's never ever too late. Because even my story isn't one where I started out the best actually.
Yeah,
Because I told you my 100 level days
100
were
level
really,
was
really,
rough.
really great. And even going through 200, 300. Funny enough, it's when I was at my lowest that my grades were at the highest.
Hmm.
So going through all that, looking back, I wasn't always the best. As a matter of fact, if you look through maybe past pictures or something, you'll notice that it was 500 and 600 level that I really, really peaked in
Hmm.
my academics. 300, 400, other people weren't best graduating in my
Yes,
class.
yes, yes.
Exactly. So I wasn't always the best. Do you understand? But I don't know. I would just say that regardless of everything that happened, I always try to, like I said, I will never stop emphasizing it, putting God first.
God first.
Like even in the little things, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant, you always have to put God first in everything. So regardless of doing in the aspect of doing, getting there, yeah, it's not late. You can always still pick up. But something I will emphasize, yes, again, God first. But you need to know your strengths and weaknesses.
Hmm.
You need to know what works for you. I had to change up my strategy so many times during school. Sometimes the reading and I worked, sometimes it was daytime, sometimes it was somewhere in between. You have to know what works for you every time. And it's okay if what worked for you last semester doesn't work for you this semester.
Actually,
It doesn't mean you're terrible. It doesn't mean you've
all
lost
the
it.
levels have actually changed reading strategy
Mm-hmm.
again and again and again and again.
It's
Every
completely
level have
natural.
their
It's
yeah.
completely natural. But always try to make sure as much as possible you cover the curriculum, you cover what you're supposed to read. Leave
Hmm.
no stone unturned.
Hmm.
That is very essential. That's something I would say I always did. I never entered the hall and said, this material, I've not opened it yet, I've not read it. So if you know that you can pack everything in the night before the exam and start reading earlier in the semester, if you know that you grab things a little slower, you need to start on time. If you're fast, you can start late and make it.
Hmm.
It just all depends on your
Your
capacity.
capacity.
Exactly. So know your capacity and always put God first in everything, even the small things. You want to write an exam, pray before. If you're writing an exam, pray.
Hmm.
It's not just when, I got this, I did this. So let me thank God now. Thank God for everything. Thank God for
Hmm.
waking up. Thank God for going to school. Always make sure that God's first in everything.
Thank you so much. This is not part of the script, but just want to chip it in.
Sure.
Like we have probating students. Sometimes after probation,
Mm,
they find it difficult to even go on. Like
mm,
there's this separation from friends, there's this stigma
yeah.
that comes with it at first.
Mm.
Please, how can this get through? Any word of advice for them?
Well, like I said earlier, it's never too late. Our lecturer once told us of a classmate of his. I think you should know him, Professor Kerry. He
Yes, I
told us
know.
a story of a classmate that I think the guy probated, whether it was 400 or 500 level. He had so many carryovers. When I mean so many, they were lots. And Professor Kerry was like, he was aspiring to be best graduating himself. So when the guy probated, he was just still going at his thing, doing everything. But the guy really had a lot of, I would say he had a lot of courage, had a lot of motivation, was very consistent. That's what I just personally think. And lo and behold, by the time they got to 600 level, the guy had cleared all his courses. Not just cleared them so excellently, he graduated as the best. I know, it was a very funny story when he said
Wow.
it. Really, really hilarious. But it happened. I told a friend of mine too that probated when she did that, regardless of what happened, the truth is, people move on in life. At that moment, it might feel like this is the end of the world. It's over for me. What do I do from here? Yes, and it's completely normal to feel that way. But what is not acceptable is continuing to dwell in that. Because in the next 5, 10 years, you won't even remember you probated.
Actually.
I told her as far as the grass is green and the sky is blue, you'll be fine. It's okay to feel sad. You can. But it's not okay to give up.
I know it's not okay to remain sad.
It's not okay to remain sad.
Yes,
So for those probating, I would say you still have a chance. You always have a chance. Whether it's probating in school, whether it's life, whether it's anything, there's always a chance.
So it's a chance. Thank you so much, Ma.
You're welcome.
Lastly,
Okay.
in one sentence, what is your watchword, or what is that quote that has kept you going all through?
A quote that has kept me going.
Yes, Ma.
I think that will be all things work together for good.
That should be Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Very familiar.
Yeah. All things work
All
together
things work together for
for
good.
good.
Because
Wow.
at several times you might feel like this is terrible. Why would this happen to me? And you're going to panic and just blow up. But a lot of times I've experienced that even when bad things happen, they happen for a reason. In my life, that's how it just is. Bad things happen, but they happen for a reason. There's always a why. You may never see that why, and you may see it, but it happened for a reason. So all things work together for good.
All things work together for good. Thank you so much, Ma.
Yeah,
And it's
very
nice
welcome.
having you with MND TV.
Thank you for
And
inviting me.
we'd love to have you again in the nearest future. We know that the future is bright, and there are going to be a lot of more achievements.
Amen.
When that time comes, we want to invite you again, Ma.
I will be very much glad.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
having you, Ma.